Alright. I'm going to tell y'all one that was pretty quick, so I think we can get through it in and out without no problems. This is the beef between Keith Murray and Dame Dash. Now, this is what's funny, is that these two never had a problem. Never. It all started, like Keith Murray said in his interview. He was coming out the tunnel, him and his mans, and he crashed his Lexus into and behind the car. You know, he's looking somewhere and ran behind the car. Bam! And you know, he was a young kid at the time, the most beautifulest thing in the world. I don't even know if that video was, I think, yeah, it might have been out. But the album might not have been released. And he didn't have a license, and Biggs, and it was Biggs, you know, Kareem Biggs. So Biggs come out, and Biggs is tripping because he just hit his car, and he ain't got no insurance, but he was like, look, I'm signed to Erick Sermon, call the record company, they'll take care of it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got my paperwork and this and that, but he was trying to bring the police involved and get everybody into it. That never took place. So he was trying to flame, dude, look, just call, I'm who I say I am. So they actually went ahead, he got the number, and like he said, he called, and Jive Records was like, look, that's between you and Keith Murray. Like, they weren't finna pay him. So Erick Sermon, they was like, right, somebody finna pay for my car. Biggs was like, because now it's over and now y'all playing me for a sucker. Somebody finna pay for my ride. So I don't know how that situation ended with his car, but whatever it was, it didn't go down the way Biggs would like for it to go down. Because Biggs had to pay out his pocket to get his own car fixed. And he wasn't too happy about it. So, about, I say a few weeks later, no, this was months, because they was chilling there. The Rock was there, and it was, I think this is back in the, like, Reasonable Doubt days, because who was there? Damn, Sauce Money, these guys, Rock, and all these guys, Rock, and these dudes that they had under them, some drops of Rasta dudes, they was still hanging out with them, and they was there with Dame Dash, and they was up in Sweetwater's, the bar and lounge. It's like a jazz bar. So they let Keith Murray come on there. It was like, oh, my man, because Eric Skinner was there, of course, and he's the radio hype man, PR man, working with Jive and Erick Sermon and all them. He cool with Jay-Z. So Eric Skinner get up there and they hook it up. Keith Murray go up there to do the most beautiful thing in the world, and the DJ is screwing him up on purpose because the DJ is cool with Dame Dash. All of this is true. So Dame is sitting there, he's sitting there getting his buzz on, but he's talking to one of his guys, and he's talking to Black, who happened to be there. Rest in peace to Black, but he in there talking to Black, and like, man, see that's a clown right there. That's a clown dude, man. Yeah, that's that clown dude that hit, he hit Big's car, man. And Dame take it as if you hit his car. You know, Dame had a problem with him. So what he did was hype everybody up. Because they in there with like, I say it's about 8 of them. And it's just 3 people with Keith Murray. Because Murray them just happened to stop by. It's just him, 50 grand, and Eric Skinner. So when Keith Murray addressed the DJ and was like, man, what up, man, you a clown, you know, and started like clowning the DJ and got off stage, Dame was upset. So when they was coming up, Dame just cut him off. and was like, man, you a clown. You a fucking clown. And he was like, man, you gonna hit my man's car and then you gonna play him and they gonna give him his money and you gonna disrespect our DJ, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't got no respect, man. You shouldn't be up in here. So Eric Skinner came in there and he was like, Eric, I respect you, man. This ain't got nothing to do with you, Bill. Your boy's a clown. And I think somebody else snuffed Keith Murray because he was like talking reckless to Dame. He got too close to Dame and dude just snuffed him. And that's when Keith fell over he was like this little step. It was like a one step that was back there, so his leg flipped and he fell over there. And the people stood up. And Dame Dash went over there because his attention went to where Keith Murray fell. So he went over there to start kicking him. So Dame is trying to stomp him and kick him once he fell over. Because Dame was looking at Eric Skinner and then Keith Murray got snuffed. So he didn't know if Keith was coming to steal on him or what. And his boy just jumped in and saved him. So he just turned his attention to Keith. Keith was already on the ground. So he was trying to stomp him. And when he looked back up, wham! 50 grand had grabbed a bottle off the table. And I'm like, this one of them champagne like bottles. And busted over his head. And then it cut. When he busted over his head, it cut his eye because Dame was turning while he got hit with it. And when he busted, they got 9 dudes with them. This was crazy. You got 9 people with you that's rolling with you. 9 dudes. Once Dame got hit with the bottle, all 9 dudes came to grab Dame Dash and rush Dame Dash outside. Because Dame is stumbling and Dame's bleeding. And then they get Dame outside. And then Eric Skinner run outside. Keith Murray run out. 50 grand and run out. Eric Skinner and them jump on the car like, what? What y'all want to do? 50 grand out there like posted up like, what? Y'all want to do this? And Dame like, oh my God, man. Man, I'm bleeding. I can't see. I'm blind. Somebody put my eye out. He put my eye out. So I can't even open my eye. Man, how bad it looked. So they went and got, somebody took their shirt off, put it on Dame's face. Dame get the phone. Dame calling Headache. DeHaven. He calling DeHaven on the phone. Yo, man, send the whole squad, man. Send the whole squad, man. These dudes just jumped me in the club. These dudes just jumped me in the club, smacked me with a bottle, man. So DeHaven, Headache bring all the dudes from the hood. They come rolling out. By this time, the police was already coming. So by the time they got there, all they did was come up there to get harassed by the cops. Because the cops was showing up. So it was no problems. Dame went to the hospital and got stitched up. Now this is where it gets crazy. Dame calls up Jive Records and was like, y'all owe me $10,000 for my stitches. I mean, I got $10,000 worth of stitches. I think that somebody needs to compensate me for my heartache, my pain and suffering. I went there to have a good time. And then one of the guys, your artist, decides to hit me upside the head with a bottle. So Jive Records laughed at the whole situation and didn't pay Dame Dash no money. Because there was no police foul made against Keith Murray. But he kept trying to harass them and was like, I'm going to make it real hard for your artist to work if we don't settle this first, or we'll just take it to court. So Dame's plan was, I'm going to make it hard for Keith Murray to get appearances in New York. I'm going to make it hard for him to get any type of shows. The Rock going to be in the building. So all of a sudden, Eric Sermon, who's cool with Jay-Z and everybody else, they had a meeting at the Apollo. And the LOD dudes had a problem with Sauce Money over something entirely different. It had nothing to do with Keith Murray and Dame Dash, none of that. But Dame was in there posted up like, salty about the situation. When Jay was like, man, look, we gonna let this go because we going to a whole nother height. We don't even need these dudes. And then when Keith Murray's stock started basically like going down, because he was beefing with Prodigy. at the time, you know. So he had his new joint, Enigma, was coming out, and Jive wasn't really feeling, you know, putting the money behind him or none of the support. You know, they put a video out, they just kind of threw it out because Jive was going through their problems, and their focus wasn't really Keith Murray at the time. They feel like Keith was causing too much problems for this company. We gonna have to get rid of Keith Murray. So all of this take place. They double back. They double back around and was like, you know what, forget it. We're going to do the Apollo show, LOD, and we're going to do our thing there and get paid with Eric and on Def Jam and get an appearance, a guest artist, and get checks. So LOD had a problem with Sauce Money over something crazy, and Jay-Z got in the middle of it. And that's the only time Jay was even involved, but Keith Murray, true to his word, he stayed back like, I'm not going to mess up your thing, Eric, I'll let y'all handle it. And he did. Eric Sermon cleared it all up, and the whole thing was done. Squashed. So Eric Sermon went and talked to Jay-Z and Dame Dash. Now, whether Eric Sermon gave him some money, I have no idea. But all I know is Eric Sermon squashed a lot of the beef between Dame Dash and Keith Murray. And he was like, Murray ain't gonna bother you, trust me. He's not after you. He didn't even hit you with the body. You know, Eric went and explained it. But Dame Dash still had a problem with him. Like, he still ice grill him, sitting to the side. You know, he won't even dap him up. He'll just sit there and look stupid, like look away. You know. And so Murray was like, whatever. So they out in this what it was like in New Orleans or something. I think they was at New Orleans, some other spot they was at. It was some like fest. And all the rappers are lounging. Redman's there with Jay-Z, Method Man, Keith Murray. You know, everybody's there. And here come Dame Dash and he see Keith Murray and he gets spooked. Then he went he went and told the security, like, keep your eye on him, because he's wild. So Dame told him to keep your eye on him because he's wild, like it's something he might do. And everybody was like, okay, we'll keep our eye on him in case dude get wild. So they sitting there, right, and they like extra watching Keith Murray. And Murray ain't doing nothing. He chilling. He ain't there to fight or nothing. He went over there and he talked to Dame Dash's man. Was like, dude, your guy's still moving funny. And then Jay was like, don't worry about him. He like he ain't gonna do nothing. Like, you ain't gotta worry about Dame. Dame ain't gonna do nothing to sneak you or snuff you, nothing like that. You good. Like, don't even worry about that. Like, that's over. So Jay went over there and hollered at Dame to make sure Dame was cool. And this what was funny is that this is the first time they seen Jay really get like vocal, like loud. Like, he talked to him low. Then he was like, no, whoa. You know, like Jay really took charge talking with Dame. And then they dapped it up. Everybody was cool. Then him and Keith Murray and Dame, they went and sat down at the table in the back, and then they got up, and then they came back over to the table. And Dame was back being regular Dame. He wasn't the same a-hole he been. He was basically chill. So the whole situation ended up getting squashed. So everybody's back friends. Like I told you, a lot of these beef videos, a lot of people ended up being cool. So right now, they cool, but they ain't never been homies. Like, they finna talk and do all that stuff. But, you know, it's a lot of stuff got pushed to the side. Dame jumped in a whole beef he had nothing to do with. Biggs never even been around Keith Murray since then. You know what I'm saying? And Biggs let it go. Biggs had been let it go. Biggs like, whatever, man, that's just done. You know, they got me, and I won't let it happen again. You know, Biggs move like that. Biggs don't want attention. He don't like a lot of attention, especially rap attention. So Biggs is like, look, I didn't get paid. It is what it is. But anyway, that's the whole Dame Dash Keith Murray situation. I'm out. Continue to watch the playlist. Go on the file, find the playlist, listen to all of them so you can get caught up. I'm out.